Sorry if y'all are on. Give me 1 second. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get my phone on the chat here. There we go. There's B Dubs, Robert G, Carrie, welcome. Y'all ready for that? Sweat dripping on concrete tonight. Y'all ready for that? Sweat dripping on concrete. Taking the things and throwing away, making them work again. Right now I'm about to sharpen my chisels. This question is, so what are we doing? Says Carrie. I say I'm about to sharpen these chisels so I can take these mallets and put a little curve in the handle and then sand them down. I gotta ask Ruiz if he wants me to stain this ash mallet here. But I gotta curve them out. They're too square. You know, like look at the handles of these chisels. Those are ergonomic, you know. Oh, that's a good angle, man. Might make it to the dust. I need to take it up a couple keys. That's a good angle, man. I don't feel the grit on that I should really. So y'all know, when I get to 1,350 subscribers, there's going to be a spin for all public subscribers for a mallet. I believe that's the final mallet in the giveaway. Okay, sorry about that. Got an echo. Apologize. I'm going to be honest with you. I think I have to dress this stone more aggressively here. I haven't gone after this it's like that 3,000. Seems like it's got a lot of stuff in the pores of it, so it's not grabbing the blade the way I want it to. That's why you need a towel. Sometimes the problem is everything's dusty when you're. Carrie, I try to sharpen them like if I do a job every single time I do the job, to be honest. Hope I'm not frozen. Let me check my feed. My phone's so bad, I gotta see what this thing's doing. Oh no, y'all are good. Yeah, so yes, very often. Because the Carrie, because the chisel is working for you, and it's most safe and most efficient when it's sharp, not when it's half sharp or dull. You want that thing sharp as you can get it every single time that you're, and I'm putting them through 4 or 5 hours of use at a time, intense use. And so the answer is that you should sharpen them as much as you need to keep them very sharp. So if you're not doing heavy work, you might be able to not sharpen them that often. But if your work is really intense on your blades, then probably more often. It wouldn't have taken me this long if my stones were dressed right. These stones just got I used grapeseed oil on them, and it messed them up, man. It got into pores, so I've had to dress the mess out of them to get all that stuff out of the pores of them. Gian Pietro Gantz, probably from maybe Tyrol region of Austria, northern Italy, maybe southern Austria. Let me guess. Gian Pietro, kind of where my folks are right now, in that area. Because the last name sounds German, the first name looks Italian. Wes will make it to my live stream. Wes will make it. Robert, if I didn't say hi to you yet, hello to everybody in the chat. What's up, y'all? I'm gonna get done with this sharpening stuff soon, if that's what you want. I know a lot of y'all actually like this, but I do want to dress these mallets a little bit. Address these mallets. You like that? I made it all up, man. I wrote that. Yeah, I'm not sure about this stone here anymore. Let's go over to the other one, because I got this one down to where I can use it. Hopefully that bites. Oh yeah. Too bad I got all these fans, you can hear it. You can see it's taking metal too. Robert said, my mom always asks what I want for Christmas way early, even though I'm 47. I'm fine with nothing, but she won't take that for an answer. Yeah, man. I think as we get older, we really enjoy watching other people get the gifts that we give them. That's like the biggest joy we get is, I would have never thought that as a little kid I would actually, not get joy out of getting presents, only get joy out of giving them. But that's how it turned out. And it's not trying to sound arrogant. That's like just how it is. You kind of wait, and that's why it hurts your feelings when someone kind of takes what you got them and throws it, puts it aside, something like that. That whole thing about people not appreciating stuff that's free or given to them. Ruiz, what's up, man? Wes does it, said, moms are awesome like that, Robert. Mine would buy me a made-for-TV tools every Christmas. So did you get the Flowbee? Did you get the Flowbee there, Wes? That's the automatic hair cutter. Yeah, I don't imagine that was probably coming through the door of your house. Let me see, what's another one? The Ding King? Was seen on TV. I believe it was seen on TV. Yeah, as long as strokes as you can take is what I'm taught. Yeah, it looks nice and even too. Yeah, so Ruiz, I'm about to work on your mallet right now. So here's what I did, guys, and Heather will cut this onto a short. I took this popsicle stick and laid out a curve on it kind of carefully. It was not a slapdash curve. Kind of resembled my chisel handles, because those I love, you know, you see how that's curved? I can flip this around like this and use it both ways, and I'm just gonna press it to the top of the handle, right? I try not to make my channel super educational. I want y'all to be able to relax. But here, all I'm doing is taking this as a template, and I just lay that against the edge. I want to make sure it is flush with that edge as much as possible where it's flat. So once that's on there, I'm going to trace this. And if you have a pin or a scoring tool or you know, like a proper gauging tool, then you make a knife mark there. Then flip it. Do the same thing on the other side. Make sure that both of them are even. When you do curves and stuff, if you're trying to make it look flush, it's going to be a little bit more delicate. Okay, so what I am going to do now is I'm going to take this stone out, move that away. I'm going to take this mallet, I'm going to superimpose those lines on it, or I'm going to trace those lines on the mallet. Only on one side, so I'm gonna have to be careful with the bandsaw. I don't want to try to flip it. Be like Missy Elliott, put that thing down, flip it and reverse it. I do that a lot, man. Like with wood here. Basically, I put the ash down, flip it and reverse it. I put that ash down. See? See, you like that? Just a little bit of dad wood humor. Just some wood humor. Sometimes I have to back that ash up a little bit just to make sure that it's like in the camera. Hold on, let me sharpen this pencil. Perfect. Ruiz said, wouldn't that be nice? What if I back my ash up? Well, I can a little bit here, but it's only a little bit of space. So. And we're gonna do lateral cuts with the bandsaw to and then chisel it out, and I'll do a close-up for that. Kind of keeping my mouth shut for the most part. I don't have a whole lot to say. I just wanted to show you all how I'm gonna make these mallets, kind of smoothing them out. That's right, man. I put that ash in a vise. I had that ash in a vise. Speaking of the wood, of course. Now I'm about to cut that ash. No, that doesn't really work. That doesn't really work, man. I kind of regret saying that. Hold on, I gotta go to live. I gotta see whether I'm at the bandsaw now. Go to the bandsaw. Let's go. Oh, yes, we are at the bandsaw now. Okay. I'm making lateral cuts. See these tiny little spots right there? I'm just gonna make a few lateral cuts here and then chisel it out. Cross cut. Whoa. Hey, what's up, everybody? Bobby! Bobby Queen now. Bobby, now I told you now. I told you couldn't read good, Bobby. Ricky. Billy. But Bobby. Y'all check out Ricker's story. Oh, what do I got there? Do I see a super chat or something? What is this? Oh, uh-oh, I gotta do a wood clap. Hold on, Daniel. Gotta do a wood clap. Stop everything you're doing. Stop everything you're doing. Daniel Gandar just gave 5 gift memberships out to Dad's Workshop, folks. Wood clap. Thank you, Daniel. Long-time friend of the program. Sorry for knocking together the mallets that are going out for the mallet giveaway. These are, well, this one's already spoken for. This one is not, right? Oh man, I gotta go back. No, this one is, yeah, no, this one is, I don't know which one's spoken for, man. I need to ask both those people who got all the mallet people. Oh, I broke my template. That's not good. See, these all are good for highlights. You know what I mean? Let me get back to the bottom of the chat. Shout out Daniel G. Keep him anonymous. Come on, man. Can't see the chat. Whatever you all are saying, I care. Just give me a second. Oh, my, looks like I went down or something. Nah, man, I'm good. See, I'm missing a lot of stuff, and I don't like it, man. I shouldn't be the guy running the live stream missing all the chat. Like, hello, let me see what y'all are talking about. This is super important to me, man. Okay, there we go. There we go. Let's go back. Let's go back. Johnny Boy from Dublin, welcome. I guess for you it's like evening, so I would say top of the morning or something smart like that. I would say that, but I won't. But welcome, Johnny Boy from Ireland. Hold on, man. Yeah, I mean, I think every mallet is spoken for at this point, if I'm correct. But I gotta go back and look through my racks. Well, I don't do records. I do stuff, and I gotta go check. I think I've done, yeah, three spins. So, yep. Have I not? Have I? No. No, I gotta do the subscriber spin. That's why I have an extra. One of these mallets is not spoken for. One of these mallets is not spoken for. All right, let's move the camera. It's that my internet sucks on my phone, man, for me to like stay with y'all. Oh yeah, 8:30 p.m. man. So good evening to you over there in the Emerald Isle. Shout out to Vitaly, wherever Vitaly's at over there in Ireland. Another friend of the program. Is that on the? I don't know. I gotta go look again. So much lag. Yeah, that's exactly where I want y'all. Let me grab one of my mallets. Probably maybe smart to take a real small chisel and do like a little bitty stop cut so you don't blow anything out. It does make your line a little more rigid though, which is not something I like, but I don't want to blow any wood out. I can tell I'm hitting the mallet very gently right now, right? I need a lot of force. And just see how I tap the mallet? See that tap tap? Just take your finger and do that on the screen. Tap tap. That's all I gotta do to like this video. Take my smaller. One of the things people don't talk about with woodwork is that when you do a project, unless it's already laid out for you, the approach, like if you're coming up with your own project, you really need to know how to approach the wood. Like it's kind of like a climber going up a rock, you know, with no ropes. He has to like rehearse the climb first. How am I going to approach this gap or whatever? That's what you have to think about, really, in my opinion, my humble opinion. I want to pare just down to that line, right? All right, what's up with the chat now? Let me go back to Daniel for a second. Appreciate you, Daniel. Shout out to Daniel for the 5 gift memberships that he gifted people. You're going to want to stay once you're here because we're like a family. We are. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate Daniel. Let's go back a minute. Oh yeah, we got OBS streaming now. Yes. Let me read that question, Carrie, since it's an excellent question. Carrie said, since I don't have a bandsaw, would I just use a handsaw to cut those reliefs? Absolutely. You would use, if you're using a Japanese style saw, you're going to use the crosscut side, okay? Let me show you that. So the fine teeth side on a saw like this, and even if you're using a Western saw, you're going to want finer teeth when you crosscut, right? So you're using the crosscut side as opposed to the coarse teeth side here, which is meant for rip cutting. All right, so cutting with the grain. So if I'm cutting perpendicular to the grain, I want to use a finer tooth saw. So yes, to answer your question with a little more detail, you may or may not have wanted, I thought I would throw that in there. Yeah, cross cutting with the crosscut side. Now if you're using a Western saw, like a nice, like a dovetail saw, right? And not the rip cut dovetail saw. Like I'm thinking like a smaller, it's not something you want to do with a big saw. It's just kind of fine, so you're going to have a smaller Western saw. By Western, I mean American and European style push saw. All right. So this is just hand cutting curves, right? Because in the old days, they didn't have, I mean, they did make jigs, but they didn't have power tools. So with hand cutting everything, you know, they just made a lot of forms, basically. Got a video on my Discord. Encourage everybody to get on my Discord. I think it's in my link tree. I have a video on there I posted of this Icelandic shipbuilding. It's pretty modern, and they're still cutting curves by using rip cuts. And then paring away the remaining wood. I'm happy to have everybody here. We're making this mallet is, I believe this is Ruiz's mallet here, this ash mallet. So I'm just making sure all these are nice and smooth and customized. But you can still win a mallet because I have not drawn one for subscribers yet. I haven't spun the wheel for subscribers. So just all you got to do is make sure you subscribe and that your subscriptions are public so I can see you. Otherwise, I can't see you on my end. So be sure to do that. Welcome, welcome. Oh, thank you, Kevin. Kevin said, everyone hit the like. Gandar said, and I built a program to display my music that's playing. Let me go back up and see what Gandar is talking about. Is that IV cam? IV cam. Okay. Said I use an app called IV Cam to use my phone as a webcam. Shout out Daniel, member, generous member. Oh, Whacking Shack, what's good, man? Sorry I got late. I was way up in the chat. That happens to me sometimes. Wes, what should I repeat that? Whacking Shack said just got off work for the weekend. Well, welcome to your weekend, Whacking Shack. Happy to have you here. Whacking Shack is a member, I believe. Yeah, it looks like Wes is a member, and I missed that somehow. I need to be shouting these folks out. Oh, shout out new member Wes. Shout out new member Wes, longtime friend, longtime friend. And the ceremonial wood clap for all my joiners, man. All my joiners were here joining. It's man, I'm with you. Whacking Shack said it's hotter than the hinges of hell here. Man, it's very muggy here. It's in the, what do I got here? I got my temperature. I mean, this is not bad for what we've had. 87.8 with 74% humidity. I don't know if Mike's gonna make it. He might be busy picking up trash and throwing away. Nah, man, I gotta do that to Mike. Whenever he's not here, I have to talk about him. When he's here, I have to be quiet. When he's around, I'll be quiet. But when he leave, I'll be talking to him. Wow, yeah, dude. Okay. Yeah, we had some days like that during the heat wave, but I mean, even that there, whew. Yeah, man, I give it up to that. That's maybe, we had a couple 100 days, but I mean, what's that? Yeah. It's like that in my shop a lot, but like outside, it's hotter in here than it is outside. Something about the top of the shop collects heat. I mean, I don't have a ventilator, any ventilation up there. I'm gonna be watching out for that there. I almost caused a little bit of a tear out on that side. So I want to flip, I want to go the other way to the grain here. Yeah, I don't know, man. That may be I have to come from that angle, right? Sometimes wood tells you it's with or against the grain, but you know, the grain, like it tells you don't come from this direction, even when you're with the grain. It's like don't try to tool this wood in this direction, you know? I'm sure Whacking Shack can relate to that. Oh, we're in North Carolina. North Carolina, come on and raise up. That's where we're at. How did I end up in your wife's feed? Do you use her computer? Daniel said I ended up in his wife's feed because of the mallet giveaway. Well, yeah, I mean, I definitely name dropped in that thing, so. That is cool. My son said I ended up in his, and he's like not subscribed to me. But he was like, no offense, but I'm not subscribed to you. I was like, I don't care. Mess my algorithm up, kid. Like a helicopter. Yeah, yeah. I like that. Petey Pablo is not that bad. Of course, the most talented rapper in the history of North Carolina is going to be J. Cole from Fayetteville. Yeah, yeah, he does. He is a woodworker, Petey Pablo. Funny thing. Yeah. I don't know if y'all knew that. Petey Pablo is an actual professional woodworker now, not that far from here. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce that name. Is it Lone Birkin? Welcome. Yeah, Petey Pop is like an actual professional woodworker close to this area. He has a shop not far from here. I could probably wander up to his shop, but I don't want to bother the guy, you know. If that's what the what was for, Whacking Shack. Yeah, it is cool, man. It is cool. When I first found that out, I was like, wow, man, woodworking is for everyone. That's what I said, man. Everyone needs to do it once. I had a class I taught at the school, and I could tell that some of them were just not into it, you know. But 3, 4, 5 got a lot out of it, and everybody put their hands on everybody used a bandsaw, like 300 kids. And they all got something out of it. Whether it was learning how to focus a little bit better or knowing that some jobs take a lot of focus, you know, learning how to have fun with, you know, without technology and stuff. It's really, really hard for them. So sometimes doing the unconventional thing, like coming from a place of, we're not going to have any tech here, this is going to be all hand tools. That approach sometimes will grab somebody because they're like, hold on, I like the way this feels when I do this. It's definitely the thing I can kind of compare it with, addictive wise, because it is very addictive, woodwork. I would compare it with golf. If I can make it, like, I know that seems like a really abstract comparison, but golf can get anybody. I knew people who hated golf. They played a game with someone or had a vacation to play the game with someone, and then they were like sold on it. They went to Top Golf or something like that, you know. And that was it, man. Now they play way too much. Their wife is now a golf widow, if you ever heard that term. They're never at home because they're always playing golf. Some people never play a game like of golf until they're in their 30s because they don't come from the affluence, right? So they realize this game is pretty fun. It takes a lot of resources, etc. But it's a fun game. Mathieu. Bienvenue. Hello. I'm just flattening out these curves and making sure they're consistent from one side to the other. See a little pencil line in the camera view, so I want to attack that. Yeah, man. Yard work sucks. And I don't really believe in lawns. My philosophical belief is that instead of growing grass, people should grow food all over their yard. Just have all you have is mulch, right? All the trees that get cut down get turned into mulch. The mulch gets mulched on everyone's yard, and they grow most of their vegetables on their front yard. Imagine how many carbons we wouldn't dump if we did that. That's not even a liberal thing. It's just and you also would have fresh food and vegetables all the time. You learn how to grow them yourself. So, edible landscapes, man, it's a thing. It's really a thing. I'm always saying that. And I did lawn care and I did hardscapes for wealthy people when I was younger, and patios and stuff like that. I would always tell people, man, let's increase the size of the mulched area. You know, it looks better. Get some nice edges on there. You know, that one I gotta go after like with the needle. Yes, Wes, I am admiring your blue badge too. Shout out to new member Wes. Shout out to all my new members, even the ones that have been gifted memberships. You guys are members to me. It doesn't make a difference to me. It is sweet to see this family grow. Call to action. If you want to be part of this fam, you know, you can do it by subscribing for free. I understand. I don't have a lot of money either. But the other way to really like get in on the ground floor is to become a member at a very, very low price per month, and that is $2.99, I believe. So I'm a member of some other folks' channels as well because I like to support what I do. When I was a teacher, I supported other teachers. Now that I'm a live streamer and a crafter, I support other live streamers and crafters. That's what I try to do. At least I try to. You know, I am limited. Let's go back a second. Well, it's okay to have grass. I mean, it would ideally, I mean, I don't hate grass. There's a place for it. Let me put it like that. It's just not like, it doesn't make sense to grow this plant over the surface of all this surface area. Think about it for a second, you know? Why does it make sense for us to fertilize, manicure, use petroleum fuels to care for this patch of land growing this one plant that serves very little purpose, if any, other than decorative, right? Ah, I see. Plywood said he can't buy a membership from the iPhone. Interesting. Interesting. I do not know what the deal with that is. Someone, Matthew said, I like it too, Wes, being sheriff. Now I got to go back. Sheriff Wes, yeah. There we go, blue badge. All right, man. See, I read backwards. Sorry. Give me a break. Now let me keep up with this chat. Maybe Miss Heather can help you find a link to the membership. Taking a break from putting bed rungs in, man. It's so heavy work in this kind of, you know, here I'm complaining about the heat. And some folks got it much worse. Man, that's not bad there, and the line looks fairly clean. Probably. I'm missing all the chat. Oh, really? I wonder why they would do that. I thought I did my membership on my phone. like to Wes's and Mike's and Caleb's, those folks. It's not bad. I'm gonna go with that. I'm just gonna even this side up. Let me see how that looks. I don't want to take any more off that side if it looks decent. Ooh, that's a little ragged right there. Hold on, let me smoothen that out. It's like I haven't even been looking at this side. It's gonna look at its worst too if you cut it clean, right? Because if you're not like chamfering the edge of it, you can't hide the curve if you're off a little bit. And like this side's a little off from the other side. That's tough, man. Oh, okay, I know what I gotta do. Yeah, I just gotta take some material from right here. Fun. This fun part, man. This gotta come off. See, my chisels are sharp, dude. This is ash, so it's not, I'm not hitting this thing hard. I don't think so. Plywood said, I think it has something to do with Google owning YouTube. I don't know. I don't know if that's it, because there would be money to make in it for them anyways. There would be some sort of a share given to them for the traffic coming from their direction. They have to somewhat be in bed with each other. That's the only way it could be, in my opinion. That is Google and Apple. They have to have, like, the other one's going to be there, if that makes sense. So it's like China and the US. But thank you for, thank y'all for being here. Thank you for being members, all of my members. And thank those of you who have tried to sign up. And apologize for any inconveniences you guys have had trying to do so. I sincerely apologize for that. That should not be happening. I might need to put in a talk to Google. I do have support access. Like, they give us that, so might as well use it. Tell them it's difficult to sign up from an iPhone. I can do that for sure. That's something I can do. Just need to take just a little bit here. So there is one more mallet giveaway, and that is for subscribers. So all you got to do is subscribe. Make sure that your subscriptions are set to public. Now I'm just gonna pare a tiny, tiny, tiny bit away from these edges right here and round this edge off. I should probably leave well enough along here. I use a file. I don't have a rasp right now. I have to order them because the local shops don't carry those. Unfortunately, they used to, man. I remember when you could get a rasp from like Walmart, and unfortunately, I don't have a rasp. I do use a file. I'm not there yet though. That's you. I'm not at that stage yet. I haven't cut the curve yet. You want to do everything you can do with the sharp tools before you use grit, you know, as you may know. That's nice and rounded. Let me see the other side. I also rounded these corners off. That's pretty good, dude. All right, so now it is time for the file. I think. I don't know if I have a rounded one anymore though. I need a rounded one for this. Yeah, this is kind of a job for a round file. Otherwise, I kind of got to use the edge because it'll... I think I got like 40 grit paper too. That's what I'm going to go to for most of this working here. Man, that's kind of hard to get at right there. Tricky. I left a line on there, which means I didn't take it down all the way, which you can kind of see right here. Oh, that's good. Matthew, yeah, Temu stuff takes forever, bro. I'll probably get it from Amazon, you know. I have yeah, I definitely have an Instagram though. Definitely follow me on Instagram. I'll follow you. You know, we can do that. I don't have much of an Instagram following. It's not my it's my other file. I like the edge of that other one better. Also, Matthew, you must think that like I have income, because I don't really, man. I can't buy tools. I know Temu's cheap, man. Also takes a long, like a month, 2 months to get here, and I don't know what they're doing with these. I'm not gonna get political. I'll avoid that. There we go. Think so? Matthew said 1.5 weeks and I'll have it. Simu had to refund me a bunch of money because it took like 2 months and it was delayed last time. Then they try to sucker me back in a bunch. I think I might have one on my Amazon wish list. That's true. Yeah, Wes does it. Wes does it. Said Timu makes me do video games to order stuff. It's annoying. They're trying to make you into a gambling addict, Wes. They want you to spin wheels and go through their dance before they give you anything. You can't just order. So funny. I would have never even thought of it that way, but yeah. I get sucked into it. I'm like, yeah, spin the wheel. Oh, I got the best one. Oh, then they gave me a bonus one. I got the best one on that. Isn't that crazy how I won the rarest prize on both spins? What are the odds? Well, that is a good question now, isn't it? What are the odds? Well, I'm kind of surprised that Lowe's has anything at $19 that has more than one tool. I was just there recently. Their tools are expensive. I got these Forstner bits. That wasn't too bad. Picking up things you throw away, making them work again. Sorry, y'all. Practicing. Yeah, well, Whacking Shack, I don't have many followers on Instagram, and I do post content. Pretty much cross post content. I do sometimes do special content for TikTok, but I haven't had a great success. I did like funny videos, or what I thought was funny. You know how that rolls. But stuff like that. And no, man, I got like less than 100 Instagram followers. And same with TikTok. It's like pay for play or something, or just I'm just not desirable. But oh well, is what it is. I keep trying. That's what they tell me to do. I guess I don't try hard enough. I did not have social media for over 5 years. I got rid of all my social media accounts. I got a divorce. I was like on the streets for a little bit, like because I didn't have a home. So I'm not trying to get pity either. I'm just telling y'all what my situation was, So I had no social media at all, dude. I was invisible, like dead to everyone who was went to high school with me. As far as they knew, I was dead, So completely, fully deleted my Facebook. I had, like a normal person's amount of friends on Facebook, like what you would, it's kind of insane now. I think it was like 600 or 700 people on there. But yeah. If you were asking about me, I don't know if, I assume Whacking Shack, I assume you were asking about me. I have no idea. You've been asking someone else that. Okay. All right. Yeah, I didn't know whether it was or not. I probably should have actually worked harder on, encouraging people to be over on these other platforms, from here. Like there's all kinds of stuff I should have been doing. No, I do not. Yeah, the question by Whacking Shack was, do I have any affiliates or shop sponsors yet? And I do not. I have only YouTube advertising, and that's banner ads and shorts feed ads. That's what I got. I will, man. Thank you, Whacking Shack. Whacking Shack said he's gonna holler at me, so we'll post him. Okay. Miss Heather can grab that for me. If it's in the chat, grab that for me. Edge right here. Don't chisel towards yourself, folks. Not even remotely. Knock on wood, guys. I have not been injured like by a chisel or a power tool or a tool in a number of years. And it's because the rules that they invent are not there for no reason. Like chisel away from yourself, secure your work piece, things like that. So very important. Not that I'm here to preach to you, but if you see me doing something wrong, it's okay to say don't chisel towards yourself, and I'll be like, you're right, I shouldn't be doing that. Do as I say, not as I do. Like right now, I'm gonna secure my hand against the chisel, so if it slips, it's under my thumb, because I gotta come from this direction to get this rough edge off here. It's minimal when I do that though, guys. Minimal. Thank you. I bought a couple of drones on Temu, just kind of fun stuff. A couple of pieces of lighting for the shop, and trying to just get some stuff cheap and see how it went. And when you get it, like, I don't know, my experience is like it's always cheaper than what it seemed like when you saw it. Just telling you my opinion, Matthew. It's always cheaper and chintzier and like more fragile than what it looked like on the ad even. And I could give examples, but I actually like Temu for some stuff, or Temu, or whatever we're supposed to call it. I don't know exactly what I'm supposed to call it. Generally, they say with these mallets, guys, that you should have some rounding to the face, right? I don't know why. Don't ask me the science behind it. So I actually curve the face in 85 degrees, right? And then I try to like round out the edges, kind of like chisel chamfer these edges a bit. If that's a thing. Definitely this one. I don't know how close to 1,350 subscribers I am, but like once I reach that, I'm gonna spin that wheel for subs. I'll put y'all on a wheel. I'll make it short, and then I'm gonna put your name in the short if you win. So you got to respond to me within 24 hours, or I'm gonna give it to someone else. So if you're here listening and you join the Mallet giveaway, make sure that you stay tuned here if I'm close to 1,350. Matthew, I'm starting to think that you're a Timu shill. You're not a Timu shill, are you, Matthew? You know what a shill is? A plant. I see you in other people's things. I've never heard you talk about Timu before. I don't know, I mean, they could be paying you. Who knows? He's a plant. He's a plant. Matthew, it's like you're put here by Timu to advertise for them. That's what a plant means. Like they planted you here. Wes said, all right, Matthew, let's see some ID. Timu hacked Matthew's account. Now Matthew is like tied up in a basement somewhere. I just want to curve these edges off here. Man, this mallet looks good, dude. Looks good to me. Better than any mallets I made for myself. I need to make another one out of ash because I really like how these came out. And going from non-dimensional to dimensional made it feel so easy. Like so easy. Oh, I understand, Matthew. You're good, buddy. I know you're around here, man. You do like Timu a lot, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. You do like them a lot. I mean, there's other people. I think they kind of get in your head, man. I think the day after I placed my last Timu order, I got some kind of a baity email, and I went in there and I got addicted to Timu for like a couple days, you know. Browsing, they're having me spin the wheel. Ooh, the wheel. 100% off. Did you know that means that you don't pay anything? Apparently you still pay something when you get 100% off. It's just not the way I learned percents in school. I don't know. This side needs to be done. Yes, Whacking Shack, primarily hand tools. I do use some power tools like my bandsaw and occasionally a circular saw, but mostly hand tools, man. Yeah, all the joinery is done with hand tools. See that? Perfect little curly cue. And just the weight of the chisel does it, right? Just the weight of the chisel. Yeah, man. Yeah, you know, if you know someone. Yeah, appreciate it. Whacking Shack said okay. So pretty much what my setup was, you're golden. They love that stuff, man. Appreciate you, man. And yeah, you know, Wes Does It said Temu will give you an additional 50% off that 100%. So now you have 150% off. They should be paying you. Somehow you're gonna have to pay something. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I really appreciate you, Whacking Shack. I don't wanna blow up your spot, and I appreciate your help, you know, with everything. And so just trying to It's like anybody around here, man. But like you said, I'm trying to have fun with it too. So it's not that serious. Thank you, Wacky Shack. That's good there. I got that. All the edges are kind of softened up on there. I can't brand these on my live today because I don't have a fire started, and I would have to leave the live to do that. Give this one edge. This is tricky here. Man, not super happy with how that looks. There's a little hiccup right there. There we go. Like it never happened. The cherry handle hard maple mallet. This is a good mallet. This is the mallets that's left right now. This one right here, and that one's like pretty good. I could probably add a little bit of, curves to the handle maybe, but every one of them got the same attention, man. They all got my utmost attention. Sweat dripping on concrete. Where's Mike at, man? Mike didn't make it. Mike won't make it here to my live stream. He will make it. Alex, welcome. Alex Lely. He didn't want me to chisel that other way, man. They didn't want me to chisel. They didn't want me to chisel that way. No, like that chisel. Add an extra L in there. chisel. I have these edges like sliced off, and I don't want to soften that too much. Standing downwind from that dust. Mike will make it from the dust and rust and pain. Did I summon him with the song? Oh, there goes my celebrity status. Yeah, because now I got to sing multiple lines from that song throughout this afternoon and into Mike's stream tonight. We might segue straight into that. Sweat dripping on concrete. I hate to miss that line. Taking the things you've thrown away, making them work again. Waiting for a reaction on that. Just taking a water break, guys. Oh, that's right. Your name is Mike, too. Yeah. Still working that red version. It is catchy. I've had it in my head all day. I mean, no one who's been anywhere near me or spoken to me today has been able to escape it. Sweat dripping on concrete. Oh no, what happened to that little popsicle stick? All right, so I got this little popsicle stick. This is how I'm setting the curve. It broke on me, but I actually cut it with the band. So I put a form in there with a little tiny spring. I had like a little piece of metal, bent it back, put this angle in there, and then I cut that cross cut that with the bandsaw and just pared out the waist, right? Looks like on these other ones here though, that they've already got some curvature to the handle. It would be better if it was like that, but it's too late. That ship has sailed. Everybody got to hear the mic is making stuff song. Mike will make it. And I don't know if y'all saw that video that Ricker made. Not the video where he has Bobby in there, Bobby who don't read good, but the video that Ricker made where he challenges Mac. Is Ricker in the house, man? Do I got Ricker in here right now? I mean the draw. Mac. I got something to say to Mac. Almost like it's Mac. It is. It's almost like I got a 5-head. All right, so I'm giving y'all my mallet. I'm keeping this one. Sorry, no, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that. But I do like this mallet better than mine. I had to shim mine and stuff. Like y'all getting them. That's fine work. Fine work comparatively. What's up, CNG? CNG in the house. Plywood said, let's go back a second because Whacking Shack's name is Mike too. And someone, Wes mentioned that he's not the celeb anymore. And then Whacking Shack said, now he's the other Mike.
Ricker got a gift membership from Daniel.
Oh, good. This may be his second. We're good, man. I'm good. I'm good.
Oh no, Mike lied to him.
He got what?
I told Wes that he's a sheriff because we're too nice sheriff. We gotta send Wes out to everyone.
I got my mic on. Sorry to chew in the microwave. I don't know who he's talking to. P-Dub's in the house. P-Dub. Let's get some oil up here. I'm gonna oil this thing. I'm not clowning on the song. It's good, man. I've been literally practicing that song today. I am going to come up with my own rendition of it. I honestly I'm not gonna lie, I'm not even that into country, man. Sorry if I lost about 100 subscribers right there. But is that big news if that's news to people? But the song is catchy. You're not lying. Mike's butt hurt right now. It's okay, Mike. We love you. It is a banger, man. I wouldn't be sitting in this house rehearsing it. I mean, I can laugh all I want. I was telling Heather today, when I hear a good song, I hear a good musician, one of my reactions is to laugh. Fabriciano. Contreras Tirado. Welcome. Mr. Mughal, welcome. Say the name, Jamil Mughal. Welcome. Thank you for saying hi. Appreciate you being in the chat. We're talking about the Mike Will Make It song. That's why he sent it to me. You gonna do a diss track? Oh, definitely I'm gonna hit it with the remix. I already told Heather, I'm pulling that into FLP. You're gonna hear the trap remix of the Mike Will Make It song. You will definitely hear that. I'm dropping in Fruity Loops. I'm gonna throw a beat to it. You're gonna definitely hear that. That's forthcoming. Put a little sub bass to that joint. Yeah, man. Y'all are gonna be like them dudes that are on the Muddin' show. Have y'all seen the Muddin' show? Mud Madness? If you haven't, you're missing out. Rednecks with paychecks and all that. Yeah, it's Wood Wars, man. It's the Bad Girls Club of woodworking. And it's dudes, so it's dudes too. Man, you put a bunch of woodworkers up in the house, I'm telling you, it might be boring. Up on the top, yeah, I think so. It's not in good condition, man. I did take the blade out recently. These are my great grandfather's planes. Thought I had all this stuff working good. This blade might be in a little tight. Oh, yeah. That's actually a new plane. I can't remember the company that I got this from. And I had it, Wacky Shack, I had this thing up to snuff until recently. I think my chip breaker needs to be adjusted. This one here? Yeah, this is up fairly new. This is not an antique. I got this probably 10 years ago. It's a good plane. It needs some adjustments. I think the chip breaker needs to be moved back a little bit. And I could take the blade on. I used it for literally my whole last bed. So every board I did on that thing, I put this planer on, and so it probably could use a sharpening. Yeah, no, hey, I was just kidding. But yeah, we are super boring. But yeah, if you come and see us tonight, there's no telling. I mean, like Mike seems he's like in a kind of a mood, which makes those even better when he's like that. And then, I'll be there talking shit. So you got that too. And then probably some other people too. Man, I took this down and started working with it the other day. And realized it needs so much work. It's in one of my videos. I got my ribbons tight. But since then, man, it needs a tune-up. Needs a bit of a tune-up. Actually, all my planes do, but my electric plane, this one, I got a couple black planes from my great grandfather that are dusty. I shouldn't even show them on there, but they're actually kind of restored. Like this one here, I've got this one almost where it's running. I also got to check the level, the bottom plate or the bottom, the sole plate basically, to see whether it's still flat. Because this would have actually been a handmade tool here. And you see a lot of these. It's not like something rare or anything. This was my great grandfather's though, so that's the significance that it has. It's a family heirloom. So I would like to get that sole flat, and the blade sharp, chip breaker on appropriately, because I'm looking at it, I'm looking at the chips that are in there from the last time I used it. Yeah, we got a bunch, man. These are all family chisels. These don't have chip breakers on them, man. So, like, they have the frog but no chip breaker. So you gotta have them. You gotta have them sharpened. This one's not bad. I was using it. I took all these blades out recently. Disassembled all the chisels. This one's a Shelton plane here. This may be a Stanley. And they look dusty, but that's just because I have no dust control in here. But this one is, I don't know, this one's not labeled here. The toe knob here, whatever they call this knob here, I forget what that's called. They all got names on them. The knob has been missing, so would have to fabricate a new knob for that. But it's actually it's usable. This one I have not messed with that one yet. It would take a long time to just do one. To get a plane up to snuff, like, it's not a small thing. It's a task. And take it from somebody who actually likes those kind of tasks in some ways. It's a pain in the butt, kind of. It's not always fun, but hey, let's be positive about it. They are beautiful, and they do deserve my attention. And the big one is a useful tool. I had used it quite frequently until I got something got maladjusted on there, man. Now, you know your tools there, Whack and Shack. I got to give it up to you. My dad recently, I was like, Dad, I can sharpen them, I can fix the chip breakers, give them to me. You know, my dad was real reluctant to give them up. My mom had to talk him down. You know, once she gives the word, you know, I get it. She's like, we talked about this. You know, I'm giving you all my business here. And he sent them with me. And when he did, I noticed there's a couple problems. No, it's dusty. Please forgive the dustiness. These aren't usually on display, and I'm kind of private about my planes, actually. All right, so here's the problem with this plane. I really like the design and stuff. The sole plate seems to not be flat. That's one issue. And then the problem here, man, is that the chip breaker and the blade, are stuck together permanently, dude. I cannot turn this screw. I tried different stuff, WD-40, I tried rust remover, I tried greasing it out, I tried to do almost anything. These two pieces of metal are like fused together. So if you know anything about that. Chip breaker and the blade are stuck together. Other than that, man, and like when I'm looking in here, it's got some mess in it. And then the sole of it, to me, does not come off as flat. I do not think that is flat. It has to be 100% flat. Otherwise, it's just a decoration, you know. And yeah, there are things you can do. But see, on this one, the chip breaker and the blade don't separate. That was my problem restoring this one. So I was stuck at that point with that one. Krill oil works. I'm gonna have to take him. See, he's giving me tips. On this other wooden block plane over here, the chip breaker, everything works good. The spring-loaded snap thing that holds down the frog, everything on there. And there's a million names for all this stuff, dude. I started watching plane videos, and I was just, oh my god. By the third or fourth video, I'm like, man, I think the plane is maybe the most. Think so? Would you use a grinder? Whack and Shack? I mean, I sharpen them. I've sharpened my blades on whetstones to also find sandpaper too. To get them sharp. So yeah, Well, I'm gonna try that, man. Krill oil, try that. Also, I need something that's gonna dig down in that screw. It's a flathead, of course, and it's shallow. So that's my problem with that one. With this one, I want to build a knob for it. I watched a video on how you actually create tap and die situations with wood, basically make wood screws, but it is complicated. So the inside of that would have to have a corkscrew so it could accept the thread of that piece that's on there. So I would want to replace that piece of wood so it's a usable plane. CNG said, are you CNG, were you scrolling through the lives, man? Be careful. I've got a video I'm working on, man, that is nothing but weird lives. Dude, did you see those dudes? They're sitting at a table. It's a bunch of dudes. It's in Africa. No offense, please. It's in Africa. We know that. It's like easy to tell it's Africa. 3 dudes sitting at a table spinning a wooden spinner, and when it lands on a person, they both hit him with a plastic bottle. Dudes had 1,000 dudes in the live stream. 1,000 people in the live stream, man. It's idiocracy. I'm gonna take screenshots of what Wacky Shack's telling me because I can never get the chat again. Wacky Shack said, get a glass plane with 120, plane the bottom square. Oh yeah, okay, on the wooden ones, yeah. And Wacky Shack said, head to dollar store, screwdriver grinder. Yeah, I don't get the second one if you could clarify. And then yeah, I don't get it either, man. I don't get it. But there's 1,000 people watching them concurrently, but I'm sure people are in and out and all that. But yeah, he's vertical. This is a vertical live. I scanned through vertical. Man, I wish I could share my screen right now, but I'm actually streaming from my device. But I would show you. I should have showed the people in that member stream yesterday. It's crazy. It's crazy stuff. All right, I'm scared to put. I'm gonna use 2 of these cups because sometimes paint thinner, man, it doesn't like plastic. Don't let me make a chemistry mistake in here today. It is a petroleum surfactant, so it naturally breaks down plastic. But I'm gonna do just tung oil and mineral spirits here, or paint thinner. I would use a citrus solvent, which I have up on the shelf up there. If I'm gonna get another stick to stir this with. By the way, to what Mike is referring when he says CTP is shooting the poop, which is his live stream. Let me get a plug in there, Mike. What time is the live stream tonight? Is it 8 or 8:30 or 7:30? Everybody should be there, dude. If you're in here, come hang out in there. Drop something in the chat. If Mike's still in the chat, Mike, let him know what time the thing is at. If anybody else knows also, that's a good way to do it. Also, if you haven't checked out Whacking Shack's channel, Wes does it, Whacking Shack, both have great channels. Anybody else who I'm sure I didn't say a whole bunch of people, put your name, feel free to put your name down in there. If you have a channel and you want folks to check it out, and I'll speak it. Tung oil has no pigment, so all it is a finish. It sometimes will help the wood, it brings out wood grain. And some of y'all, this is stuff I get it. If I wanted to, I could add some pigments to it. I've added stuff to tung oil before and been really happy with my results. With tung oil, you want to make sure your grain is raised. You know, you've sanded it or prepared the wood with some sort of a Wacky Shack said he goes live at 1 Eastern on 1 Eastern that's 1 p.m. right? 1 p.m. Eastern, I'm gonna say, on Sunday. Great time to go live. Wacky Shack live at 1 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. Turning wood, making beautiful pieces of turned art, turned wood, bowls and burrows and all that beautiful wood figure. If you like that, be there. And Mike is live stream 7 Central tonight. 7 Central. BW, man. All right, so BW, that's the owner of the Odd Mallet, right? Yeah. And BW, thank you so much. Let me give BW a mallet clap for being up in the house today. BW, thank you. Thank you, BW. Keep me going on here. Also, my members, thank you to my members. BW is a good dude, man. So I've been trying to get a hold of you if you're in the house, BW. We got to get you to pick a mallet. I got to get your contact so we can, I don't like the way that edge looks right now. Where did I throw my sandpaper, man? Edge is a bit ragged here. All right, so just a reminder what I said a minute ago on Wacky Shack's live on 1 p.m. Eastern on Sundays. Mike's live is 7 Central, 8 Eastern tonight. Mike is making stuff in the Wacky Shack. BW Wood Turning. BW Wood Turning has a channel too, a very popular channel as well, out there from Denmark. My favorite Dane. So check out BW Wood Turning. He's always doing fun stuff too. I was worried about that one edge looking ragged. I want to hit it with some fine. All right, so with the tung oil, the way I was taught to do it was to apply it until the wood stops taking it, right? And there's a sheen on the outside. And I was actually taught to apply it with sandpaper. Also, I'm gonna mess this face up, but I can rework that because that gets it down in the grain. But I've had trouble with that in the past. It's sloppy because you got paper. Sandpaper is not absorbent. So I can tell the grain's already absorbed all that oil, so I can put more on there. You want to keep putting it on there until it's basically slicked on there. It won't accept anymore. The grain won't take it. And then you wait a couple days and do it again. Some people wait up to a couple weeks. Yes, BW has a great magic wand short, and he said thank you for all the views on that. BW, by the way, thank you for all the views on my wand short. Pelado in the house. Shout out BW. Thanks for supporting the channel. Shout out new member Wes. Thank you for supporting the channel. Shout out to Wacky Shack. Thanks for hooking us up. Hold on. Now I lost my chat. Trying to go through the chat and give everybody love, man. Oh man, that's a great angle of my mismatched socks, isn't it? There, I brought it up. Jose Manuel Pineda, welcome. Apparently this ash is very dry and open grain, so it's taking a lot of oil. I've had this for a long time, probably 5-6 years. These really straight 1x3 ash boards. Not live edge, definitely kiln dry, but still good wood. Really good, hard, strong, straight angles too, reliably 90 degrees. You don't want to put the oil on with sawdust on there, because all that'll happen is the oil will just go into the sawdust. It is kind of like that, Matthew. It is supposed to be applied long term. So when I don't sell a lot of furniture. I don't try to sell it. I hold on to it. Sometimes I do sell it. I don't attempt to monetize it that often, but the point is that when I've done it, I've used tung oil. I've told the people generally that I applied 3, 4, 5 layers of tung oil over the course of a month or a year, and that they may want to do that or have a woodworker do that. You know, these are people, they have the means. Hey, PW Wood Turning says, I don't know how I did it before. I got my TV in the workshop. Matthew said oil on the wood once a day for a week, once a week for a month, once a month for a year, and then after that it's once a year. Pilato said, because Plywood asked Pilato, are you still in Indy? Probably looking for an update. Yeah, see, I want a TV in here too. I bring my projector in here during football season, but I'm trying to swear football off, man. Trying not to watch it, man. It just takes up my time like a video game or something. Consumes my mind, statistics and all that stuff. Yeah, but now you got a TV, man. You never have to leave the workshop. Your wife is gonna be like a widow, BW. She's gonna be like a widow. And be out there all the time. No need to come inside. Send the kids out there. If y'all have kids, I don't know. It's not. Still taking in Spain, man. I'm being more aggressive with it and see if it'll take it, because it's sinking in. Trying to get the handle. I had it down like that. Oh, that's pretty sweet. BW said I have a full stream setup in my workshop, PC, 2 monitors, and a TV. Whacking Chat said out of context. I'm going to apply more tung oil to these other mallets that are going out to folks. I'll come back to that one. That's what we got now. Man, it feels good. Man, it's nice and heavy on the top too. Oh yeah. I got my cymbal over there. I got a whole drum set over there. I set them up to play with the mallet. That's my mallet right there. Wes Does It said, I drag my laptop down and fill it with dust. A TV would be better and cheaper. Yeah, and then you don't have to spray dust off and smell that bitterant in the air 12 feet away. Sweat dripping on concrete. I screen tested the apron, man. I get more viewers without the apron usually, but I gotta have my apron on, man, you know? Yeah, that's a way to do it. Let me zoom in for this. Yes, I know those dowels are not equidistant. I'm a very, very particular person about precision, and somehow, some way, I somehow managed to not get those things equidistant. But I'm going to tell you, ironically, this is probably the strongest mallet. It's got the most glued up surface area, and I was really careful. I kind of offset it a little bit to one side to make sure that I could lay those faces together square. This type of maple has this figure in it though, where you have like blonde streaks. This is the same wood I used on a trestle on I made a little trestle table out of burl maple, and this was the stock that I used for the trestle. It was different from the stock for the top. I didn't use the burl stock for the trestle. I didn't feel like it was strong enough, to be honest. So I got hard maple and curly maple, and I had to choose between those two. Yes, I love that line. Taking your things you throw away, making them work again. Something like that. That's a hard line to sing, man. Only computer. Probably why I like that song. Taking those things away. What's the first line though? Something before, just working that red dirt. That part. See, that's already slick, so it's taken it's saturated as much as it's gonna saturate this coat, right? Different than the ash, it's still taking oil when we stop. Yeah, sending our best, man. Plywood, shout out. Probably maybe the end grain there. Mike said my finger runs on Linux though. Hey, at least it won't die when, you know, Windows goes into sleep mode. Wes, get out of here. Wes said, Mike, did you finish carving that log? Now, Mike was putting some Anasazi stuff in there, like some Pueblo stuff in there. I thought it was really cool, dude. So, you have to pull that from the back of the shop, get it back out, and finish it, or everyone is going to keep asking you about it. As the chairman of the Mike is Making Stuff committee on the trajectory of the channel. I just made that up, or I didn't. You'll never know. Mike said, I don't know what HDs are, but Doc says I got 80 of them, some bitches. They're all hyper focused on cleaning the shop. Hold on, I got to do it in my voice. I can't finish God doesn't want me to do it, Mike. Yeah, I don't need to read it again. Y'all heard that, man. Please do hit that like button there. 57. Thank you. 57 likes. I have a feeling we're going to be giving a mallet away soon here. Very shortly. Very shortly. Let's open this grain a bit. So like this would make really good guitar neck wood, or a violin neck stock. That's like exactly what this type of maple is really good for. Also very, very hard. Welcome, Norm. Wes does it, said hit those likes, and I agree. Please do hit those likes. Hey, make sure you subscribe, because once I get to that 1350 mark, guys, I'm sitting at 1339 right now. Once I get those 11 more subs, that's when I draw that, and I'll make a short, put everyone who's a public sub gets an entrance. Want to say another shout out to Wes for joining today. I want to say another shout out to BW for his contribution. It looked like Laxus joined too, so if Laxus is in the house, I want to shout out Laxus because I think he's actually a member. Want to say shout out to all my members everywhere that you are, wherever you are. There's one of them right there. Mike is Making Stuff. Hashtag gratuitous plug. There we go. That's right. Or gratuity plug. Yeah, something like that. You're right, man. All right, we opened the grain. Oh man, it's like it's almost got like patina on it, man. I love the way maple looks. And you got the cherry handle. I love the way that tongue oil smells, man. I'm like, that is a smell. It's a comfort smell for me. All my furniture has that smell, so when I'm in a room with a piece that I made, I can smell it. It almost puts me to sleep, man. Pilato, you got anything, is Pilato on here? Is everything okay with Pilato? He want me to plug anything on here? Wes, you got any plugs, man? Get them in while we got this number in here. Turn those annoying hearts off. We love those hearts, though. We heart those hearts. Yeah, I mean, guess YouTube does something with them, you know. I don't know. Yeah, man, I like this one a lot. I mean, it definitely came out looking like the most classic, I think, of all of them. Well, I don't know, the ash one's pretty classic, too. But I like how they all have their own little personality. Don't go to sleep in the shop. No, I won't, man. My couch in here, I got this couch and it's really nice. Down. All the cushions are down. It's like 9 feet long. The guy that gave me this couch had it reupholstered, man. That's what kind of couch it is. And I need to clean it up because I love that couch. It's my football watching couch. Turn off the XP thing. What's the XP thing? Norm said turn off the XP thing as well. Oh yeah, that shows you like your chat rating. I don't even see that on my end here. Oh yeah, man, I got a couch in here. It's dusty right now, but I'm gonna get the dust out of it. It's got down cushions, man. All the cushions are, it's like a real couch. About, like I say, 9 feet long. I can stretch my entire body out on it. And I'm 8'5", you know, so that says a lot. I'm 8'12". Yeah, squat rack. A lot of stuff in here needs to be cleaned up, and that's kind of my responsibility at this point. Gotta get the bed out of here. We're gonna get that finished up. Let me plug this mallet competition one more again. So, I have a mallet competition. You gotta be either a member. The members drawings happen already. The subscribers one is coming when we hit 1350. I'm gonna give another mallet away. Also, Wes is having a mallet giveaway too. So for some reason you're mad at me, don't unsubscribe from me. Just subscribe to Wes. I'm gonna do another giveaway where I do like a basic hand cut dovetail, single dovetail box. I'm not gonna do double dovetails on the box. Single dovetail box with some craft soap in there and a candle or two. We're gonna do that. All right, let's go back to Pelado a minute. Yeah, don't move in, Wes. I mean, you would get hot in here, dude. It's so hot. Who was that dude yesterday who said that his wife, he tries to make it so clean that if his wife kicks him out, he can move into the shop? And I said, it don't matter, because when your wife kicks you out, you're going to say, I'm moving into the shop. She's going to say, you can't go there either. He's like, I'm going to go into my shop. Well, it's connected to the house, dude. You can't do that. She told you to get out. She didn't tell you to go to your room. What do we got here? No, we got more than bunk beds, man. Yeah, I mean, that would be a good thing. BW said, timed out by wifey. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you stay out there a little bit long. Gotta stay out there a bit long, man. You got something, you want to finish it tonight. I gotta finish it tonight. Here's the thing, man. Really, unless you're finishing it, like what I'm doing right now, tonight, you're probably not finishing it tonight, right? Unless you're finishing it like this tonight, you're probably not finishing it tonight. And so just keep that in mind and don't rush things, because haste makes waste on woodworking, man. Haste makes waste. You got to, I mean, turners have to do it, right? You guys got to finish, like BW's in here. Mike, can you translate that? If I had a doo-doo for Pilato, here you go, Pilato. Doo-doo. But thinking deeply like Plato. Probably is a relationship between those names, maybe. The Spanish and the Greek, I don't know. Spin bars. He got bars. He got bars for days. This guy got bars for days. It is like a mini Thor hammer. Of course, Thor's hammer is metal. It's actually like an anvil hammer, right? You know the Vikings had some great metal, dude. The Vikings had Damascus, basically like Damascus steel, called crucible steel. It's taking more because it's absorbed into the grain. At least it looks to be so. So I'm gonna add another coat onto this one here, and the handle. Like I said, you add it until it slicks. It slicked a little bit on this side. I'll leave it alone after this. This side needs to be sanded a little, I think. Hey, thank you, BW said he hope you have a good rest of the stream. It's getting late here, 23:11. It's 11:21 p.m. there, so need to get to bed. With wifey, got you, BW, man. Shout out here from the States, out to Denmark, my favorite Dane, BW wood turning. I guess my favorite Dane, Beowulf, if you read the story of Beowulf. Beowulf wasn't a Dane, though. Beowulf was a Jut from Jutland, right? He was working for the Danish king. This actually looks like it could take a little bit more, and I have some left, so I don't want to waste. This tung oil is probably like 50 cents to $1 now. It's super expensive stuff. That's a fluid ounce, so. Yeah, now it's not taking the oil in anymore, so. Carrie, welcome. I think maybe welcome back because he was here early on. Oh no, we safety trolling? Hold on, let me go back. Matthew said, be careful about self-combustion with the rags full of oil. Yes, well, that only happens with linseed oil, Matthew, not tung oil. Tung oil does not have an exothermic reaction with oxygen as it dries. Linseed oil does, which I do have here and I have used on this program. But this is not linseed oil, it's tung oil. Tung oil does not do that. That exothermic reaction is unique to linseed oil, but good comment. Wes does it, said he almost named his son Beowulf. He thanks you that you didn't. BW Wood Turning says sleep well. At least you didn't name him like Grendel, you know. My son Grendel. Grendel is my son, and my other son's name is Beowulf. I will read that. Hey, Homemade with Ron, my friend. Shout out Homemade with Ron. Homemade with Ron has a great channel. He is a versatile crafts guy, shop guy, motors, woodworking, metalworking. He's an excellent metal worker, knife maker. Please do check out Homemade with Ron's channel. If you have not been there, Homemade with Ron, is that dude when it comes to making knives and implements from scratch. Deer antler. Um, what's that kind of steel that you use, Ron? Super strong steel. He's a good metal worker and a good craftsman. So shout out to Ron. Thank you for being in here, Ron. Sorry I haven't been around to your live in a while. It's been crazy. And shout out to everybody because I'm gonna start winding it down here, guys. We make sure that you sign up for the Mallet giveaway. All right, 2 of these are already spoken for, right? Actually 3. Yeah, we'll do another one. 2 of them. This one's up for. This is gonna be the one for the subscribers. This mallet right here, cherry handle, the Thor's hammer mallet. This is the one that's gonna be up. Can y'all see? Am I not holding them in the camera? I gotta hold them right here. Right here. So these are the mallets. These 2 are gone. This one here is the one that subscribers will have, right? And you guys, this is all stuff on my thing. Yeah, Pelado, we're winding it down. Oh yeah, hey Ron. Hey, I'm still, yeah, that hatchet, man. I'm still on it. Ron, I said I wanted a hatchet out of spring steel. Because if I catch something like a nail or something, it wouldn't be the same, have the same consequences as another steel. So Ron, I had given him a task a while back of making me a hatchet, which is my favorite like bush tool, because you can use it as a knife, you can use it as a chisel. He's working on a hatchet, so yeah, Ron, I'm still about that. Ron, everybody check out Ron's channel. Good dude, man. Really good dude. All these folks in my chat, this is all family. Whacking Shack, Norm, my other half, Heather B. Pelado, Wes Does It. Of course, Homemade with Ron. BW Wood Turning, who I appreciate so much for the gift. He's gone and in bed now, but he's in Denmark, so that makes sense. Carrie Frasca, I already said Wes, right? And Matthew, appreciate you being here. I think that's like, oh, Robert G was in here earlier. P Dubs Plywood. And that's it, folks. And all the rest of you that I love also for taking out of your time and coming into my workshop today. Thank you so very much. I love y'all. And do the next right thing, please. And I will see you all next time at Dad's Workshop.